was a lady that I picked up on. And she made me want to cry. And I don't know what's happening. It's almost as if something's definitely changed since we were last here. And it's a bit like they feel the apple cart's been pushed over. And I don't know if that's because you've done a lot, an awful lot, just in this room. They're not upset or angry, they're just, things are changing. And they're a bit, I would say nervous. They're making me feel quite nervous. Do you know what I mean? They don't know what's going to happen next. I would say there, though, bit bizarre, but when you're going to do something big, because this is what I've said to them, no, you don't mind, that you'll say, do you know what I mean? Like, you go into a room and say, right, I'm going to empty this room today, this is our, do you know what I mean? Because I think they're just sort of,
it's like they're home and they're getting
yeah,
you're doing
yeah,
my home.
yeah, I feel, you know, they feel a bit, not maybe pushed out or just not their norm, and they're not used to that. I know that there's been a lot of changes recently within managers and things since we've been here, hasn't there? And it's not that they don't like what you're doing, they like what you're doing. It's just, I think they're just a bit, whoa, hang on a minute, what are you doing to my home? You know, it's just like somebody put an extension on their house or something. The gentleman has been in here this evening, but he's more outside the kitchen and the washroom together. That's where I feel his energy the most. You saw me dot in, didn't you, to each room? Because when I came up the corridor, that's where his energy was for me. There is someone in here. I can feel who it is, but he's not telling me who he is. Maybe Sally will be able to. But he's giving me a very tight chest. He's not very old. I wouldn't even say in his 30s. But he doesn't seem to me to be that old. He's not from another century, if you see what I mean. He's not from the 12th or 15th century. He's not in those sort of clothes. He makes me feel as if he's dressed quite casually. So I would say it's in the last 80 or so years he's here. And he's here because he had an accident or something happened to him while he was in this vicinity. So I don't know if he would, don't know, was he beaten up or something, and he is around, and the tightness of my chest and the feeling in my head and the heat on my back tells me that he's around, but he's not coming forward. But he has given me that information. So that's all I can tell you for now.
Named Sarah here. Sarah, are you with us? Are you with us here in this room? Can you let us know if you're here? Can you show us or let us hear something? before? Are you here today? I know you're sometimes in other parts. Can you come forward, Sarah? Show us you're here. Again, the lady that you found, not only Sue, but someone else has found that she's been in distress. And you found that too.
Bigger woman though. She's not a small woman.
No,
She's
described.
She's quite a large woman, and she's got like just like a top with a skirt that goes down to the floor, but it puffs out a bit. And she's got an apron, and she constantly does this with her apron, with her hands. But she was over there. I don't know. She sort of comes across as maybe a housekeeper type woman. Yeah, I would say she's, but also had some interaction with children that lived here.
Exactly what's been said.
And I think if there was a family here, then they would have had a room, and she was in one room and the children were in another room, and it's on the first floor, and it's that side of the building than this side of the building. And I think sometimes she's seen out of one of the windows out the front, or her figure has been seen out of the windows.
She was seen in here as a little boy.
Yeah, but she's
seen
not
outside.
just here.
No, she's been seen in various places.
Whoever she's looked after, or they were upstairs, and she was like housekeeper, come nanny, come everything to the owners that were here. But this wasn't here. This bit in the middle wasn't here. This bit was, but at the time that wasn't. That was almost like a back door.
Yeah, that was probably a barn or stables or something there.
Yeah, and there was like a back.
And that would have been
come in there. Into.
It's probably infilled this between the barns.
Yeah, when it was a house, this bit wasn't here, I don't think. But she's definitely been seen around. But more upstairs than downstairs.
Yeah.
She's not down this.
No, that's right.
It's almost as if she came down to prep meals or something, but then they would go up, so she would do a lot of the upstairs stuff more than downstairs. Would freak out if there was nobody else, wouldn't you? You'd heard noises like that little bang and tapping and things. It would make you nervous to come down here. motion sensor went off and now it's not doing anything at all.
Yeah, that's a curiosity.
That never goes off, does it?
No, well, it needs something to either physically move it or a strong vibration to trigger it.
And that was as soon as you put it down and walked out.
Pretty much.
So yeah, that's what I'm picking up in there. I'm going to move back. I'm going to come back here and see what I can pick up in here. It's a nice hole in the floor. Yeah, definitely 2 houses.
Okay.
But I want to go that way as well. It's very cold here as well. It's colder in here, but you would have that on, wouldn't you? So this is quite cold, isn't it? It's not quite as cold as the air. Picking up something about a doctor.
Right.
In this part. Why would I pick up a doctor then?
I don't know. Would it be associated with a mortuary, do you think?
I can't see. Somebody's lifting heavy things, like sacks. And I thought maybe it was a grain store or something. But then, doctor. But I'm not getting that connected to the, if you say there were bodies here, I'm not getting that connected to here. But I'm sensing a doctor around. Picking up something about a doctor.
Right.
In this part. Why would I pick up a doctor then?
I don't know. Would it be associated with a mortuary, do you think?
I can't see. Somebody's lifting heavy things, like sacks. And I thought maybe it was a grain store or something. But then, doctor. But I'm not getting that connected to the, if you say there were bodies here, I'm not getting that connected to here, but I'm sensing a doctor around.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's a connection of a doctor. I don't know if the doctor lived in this house or worked in this part of the house. It's not now. It's way back. Because I'm getting him in a longish jacket with almost like tails at the back, but not tails. It's open at the, you know.
Like a frock coat.
Below his bum. It seems when he walks it's open.
Yeah.
And he's got smart trousers and smart shoes on. So and I'm seeing a top hat.
Sounds more like a funeral director.
Is this a funeral director's then, Annie, do you know?
No, but I'm just saying it sounds more like a funeral director.
But it's not, I'm picking him up,
Yeah.
but not here. Does that make sense? Like in this part of the house, I can sense him in this part of the house, but not necessarily down here. But he was attached to whatever was here. I'm getting a door up here, upstairs, because I can see him walking out of the door. And this would have been where coach and horses were. He would have had a coach and horse. So probably Victorian, Edwardian Victorian times,
Right.
from the way that he's looking. I'm not very good with children, but they don't seem like adults. But there's nothing, no big energies or anything in either of the rooms. This is a lot calmer than in there. But there's nothing that would, I'm getting a feeling of running around. That's why I said about children.
Oh, okay.
But I can't imagine they put children up here. But then you never know, I suppose, do you? Don't know what part of the house this originally was, so. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of busyness, but not big energies or... And I think, as I said, I think it's because that room is very small. So you almost get a claustrophobic type feel as you go in there, don't you?
Yeah.
I knew there was a William coming from somewhere because I could feel it as I was saying the name, and I thought it was William. So if your name's gone,
Taylor.
sorry, Taylor. The William that I'm speaking to, if you're connected to Taylor here, there's a ball right next to her. Can you flash that for me, please? Just say hello to her. Ball's flashing again. Thank you. Can you come closer?
Which ball? That ball, don't know. That rumpet. Has Sally still got her camera there? Or did you have a little camera on the floor?
What, by that green light?
Yeah.
A bit closer to us, please.
No, there was a ball on top there.
That's one of mine, yeah.
That keeps going off.
Right. No, there's not a camera on it. There was, but the battery's gone.
Watch Taylor run.
Okay.
Well, the times I've been stood here, it's gone off about 3 times, 4 times.
Yeah?
I'm available here.
Okay.
Can you come in closer?
I don't think it's the REM pod, because that would make a noise, wouldn't it? And the ball's sitting on top of that.
Yeah, there's two. There's one on top of the green light and then there's one on top of the REM pod.
Someone's camera done it.
Yes, Bob's camera.
Right, so we're going to rewind a little bit and ask if William Young is in the building, please.
Sense the light come on.
Thank you. And can I ask you, William, is your father called Maxwell, please? Is your mother Grace? William, can you set that off again, please? One of the bits of equipment.
Is that the first time that's gone off?
Anything over there?
No, nothing.
You haven't got a connection to the name of Young, have you?
I think so.
William Young, if you're still in the building, could we ask you once more to flash that cat ball? So could you interact with one of the pieces of equipment? Or do something in the room that we can see? Or hear?